Hey everyone, this is Sam with Bartos Builds, and in this video I'm going to take this super beat up wooden chest and try to give it a good second life. This piece has been in my garage for some time now, and as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. There were so many nicks and dents, and as you can see there was white wood filler from, I guess, a past restoration. The hinges were half off, and the top was so bowed it looked like a smiley face. First things first, I had to take all the old hardware off, and I really had to start thinking about what I wanted to do with this piece. I rarely paint wood, and I do want to give kind of a warning in advance for those that are hard against painting wood. With the amount of nicks and dents and stuff on this piece, I really didn't think staining it would do it justice. If you haven't immediately closed out of the video and are still watching, I promise the end result will be worth it. I began filling the nicks and the dents with wood filler, and this one's my favorite because it looked like a smiley face. That's about as bowed as the top of this piece is, and as you can see by the amount of wood filler, you really can get a good sense of how beat up this piece was. I then began sanding everything flat. As you could tell by the way it's sanding, there were a lot of grooves and unevenness, especially on the top. I added a new roundover and kept thinking about how I wanted to refinish this piece. I didn't want to paint it one solid color and have that be the end of it. I also didn't want it to just be painted white or painted black. I wanted to try to find a color that was unique and going to stand out. This was my first time using this little Milwaukee sander, and I love that thing. It's perfect for smaller areas or sneaking into corners that are hard to reach with just a normal orbital sander. I continued my sanding progression. I sanded this piece all the way up to 220. When I was thinking about where this piece might end up, the places that kept coming into my mind were a kid's room for toys or maybe a blanket chest. I went with this deep blue color that, in my opinion, can be perfect for a variety of different rooms or be utilized in a bunch of different ways. Like I said before, I rarely paint wood. I believe wood grain is one of the most beautiful things on the planet, but I do believe there's a time and a place for everything. It's difficult to see through my iPhone camera, but this piece really did have a lot of issues with it, and I didn't think that stain would end up looking the way I wanted it to look. I forgot to record me spraying the spray paint, so if you could just take a second to imagine this with me. I shake the can, I open it, and I spray this whole face of the chest with that vibrant gold. Remember that design I was talking about earlier? There was a lot of measuring and taping and drawing and patience that went into achieving this design. I initially, like I said, designed it on SketchUp, and I wish I didn't leave my iPad right front and center because you can kind of sneak peek on what it is going to look like. Honestly, SketchUp is one of the coolest programs I've ever tried. You can pretty much design anything you can think of and easily take those measurements from your computer, your iPad, wherever you designed it on, and bring your ideas to life. With the tape in place, I went back and painted over it with the blue paint. One piece of advice I can give for this part is when you're painting over the tape, start your paintbrush on top of the tape piece. That way all the excess paint won't sneak under your tape and mess anything up. I don't think I could have said tape and paint more times in that little bit if I tried. I couldn't believe how crisp these lines came out. If you push too hard near the tape, paint can sneak under and really mess up the clean lines you're looking for. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I don't do a lot of refinishing of things, but this one was really fun to do. I hope you enjoy the final shots, and I will see you on the next one.